Yeah, Al, Den's saying he's got another airplane coming up in about a minute, so keep trying.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to go see where that damn antenna is pointed right now real quick. I'll be right back. K7EME.
30 over 9 here, Al.
Yeah, he's 60 over here. Den, W7KMV, do you still copy NJ6D? I think we may have lost the airplane.
Okay, well, good morning, everybody on the live stream. Hello, Steve up there, if you're listening out of Lakeside. And we got things rolling a little bit more smoothly this week than last. And so there we go. So yeah, I got things going a little bit earlier yet, so I haven't gotten my water and gotten all settled in yet. But I heard Andy in there, KC7KW. Andy, you still at the microphone?
Yeah, Doug, I've got my live stream going as well, so we got both.
Hey, Steve's in Mesa. There he is, W7KMV, K7EME. Good morning, Al. Yeah, Roger. Yeah, my antenna got blown around yesterday a little bit. It's, anyway, he finally got on you there, Dan. Nice copy, over. Yeah, Roger. Okay, well, I guess you're into the net, over. Yeah, it sounds good. It's much easier than many times. That's the, okay there, Dan. Hey, you have a good day. Maybe you deserve a phone call today, just to, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Doug, THW's in Mesa now. He's back for the winter, over. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, hey, Den, you came back up again, NJ6D, do you copy?
Not bad at all. Yeah, that plane is sweeping across. It's coming from the southeast. Hit Al first and then you guys.
Yeah, you're peeking over S9 right now, Den. Really nice scatter this morning.
Yeah, you're up S5 on my meter, but, you know, who knows what the calibration is between everybody.
Yeah, I don't have the big amp or my 400 watt amp in the line right now, so I'm running about maybe 100 watts max.
That's not bad. I'm maybe 240 on the voice peak, so yeah, I suppose I might be just a touch louder over there.
Yeah, nice constant signal strength here. It's not, but I see the airplane starting to move off. But so we may lose you, but the earlier one now looks to me like it's going to line up for Phoenix here in a little bit.
Yeah, there's probably nobody on up there right now, though.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, you're starting to fade a little bit there, Den, but yeah, I think, what is that, Southwest Air 3317, looks like it's going to line up for Phoenix here in about another, 3 or 4, maybe 5 minutes.
And you're gone.
I still have you, Dan. Hey, what's the temperature over there?
Temperature was, I think, about 61 when I got up this morning.
Oh, that's pretty good yet. All right. Well, I was figuring maybe down in the 40s or something. Yeah, okay. You're starting to fade. All right, guys. I'm going to stand by for a minute. We'll leave things over to the east for the next plane here. And I'll be back in about a minute. Or a couple minutes. Yeah, okay, still hanging in there.
Yeah, he's good scatter this morning. I'm still copying him. Hey, Al, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, does Steve have a radio station in Mesa?
Yes, he does.
Okay, so we are expecting him on the net then, if he's up and about.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, it's a little early. But, yeah, he came back, what was it, Wednesday, I think. Came back down for the winter. Gonna hibernate down here, over.
Yeah, roger that. Weather seems like it's getting nice. Supposed to be a little breezy again today, here at least.
Oh man, it was howling up here all day yesterday. It was bad. I just stayed in the house.
Yeah, we were real constant 30 to 35 miles an hour here on my little weather gauge thingy. Made it. I didn't work on the 2-meter antenna at all yesterday after getting home. So I'm hoping it stays a little bit calmer today, but we'll see.
Yeah, Roger. Is that a technical term that you just used there?
Which one?
Thingy?
Oh, absolutely.
I thought so. Okay. All right. Yeah. You must have a lot of thingies down there in South America, over.
Oh, we certainly do, and you you have to listen to the words on either side of thingy to know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Roger. I'm sorry, my sense of humor. Yeah, anyway, yep. Hey, how's the family, by the way?
Oh, we're all doing well. Ryan is back at Pima Community College, so that's good. Seems like things at his workplace have settled down. He got some new manager there at the store, and she didn't really know how to handle people very well. But she didn't last very long, so Ryan said things are actually calm, and people are being efficient and effective doing what they're supposed to be doing. So that's a good thing. And then, my wife is doing fine. We're all just, got our projects lined up with the cooler weather. So we're busy beavers here at the QTH there, Al.
Yeah, Roger. Where'd you have to go for the wedding, by the way?
We went out. The wedding was in Pontiac, Michigan, of all places.
Okay. Yeah, never been there. I've never been to Michigan. That sounds like you might have had a good trip. All that stuff. Who was it got married?
Yeah, it was my nephew. I'd never been out there before either. His bride's family is from Pontiac, and it's a nice area. It's very green, lots of little lakes everywhere. But it was a pretty fast trip there, Al. I got in. We got to our hotel about right around 9 o'clock at night, and then I zipped over to my sister's room where they were having a post-rehearsal reception. The wedding was Friday afternoon, evening, so Friday morning I just kind of walked around the area around the hotel and just kind of looked at things and just got a feel for it. And then early Saturday morning, East Coast time, I was back on an airplane and got back into Tucson right around 10:30 yesterday.
We got a couple planes that look like they're in good position for Dan. Dan, you still out there?
What planes are you looking at, Doug?
Oh, well, let me put the mouse on them and let's see. There's two that are, wrong mouse. Let's see here. Get the right one over here, and we've got American Airlines 1055 and United 1553 are just about in the middle for me.
Yeah, okay. I saw those, but they just seemed like that maybe they were that a little on the close side to us. They're like going right over Mount Graham, or they're right south of Mount Graham right now. And the ones that we were getting before were further east.
Yeah, I've had them as much as 1/3 of the way from either end and had it work, but I thought maybe with the two of them real close together it might work, but not much going on there. And anyway, so did I miss anybody?
No, Al and I were just catching up a little bit and just seeing who else showed up.
All right. Well, we're still early yet. I wouldn't have started the live stream if it hadn't been for Den coming in so well there a little bit ago. But anyways, yeah. Anybody else out there wanting to get on the early check-in list? I know it's really early, but let's see who's out there.
K7EME, Doug.
Well, there you are. Boy, are you sounding good from the White Mountains. No, I understand that you are now permanently down from up there. That 41 degrees last Sunday morning scared you out of there, huh, Steve?
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, actually, it was getting kind of cold, but that's okay. We had to come down for multiple doctor appointments down here, so we're down here getting all settled in there, Doug.
Yeah, well, with the indoor antenna, you're doing really well with me aimed toward the east. I must be getting a bounce off of Mount Lemmon, but great signal from the house there, and wow, I'm always impressed. Anyway, so we'll put you on the list.
Roger that, and this time I am not in and out.
Hey, that is good. Yeah, it is nicer in that respect because we always have a path.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's going to be more interesting. I'm still going to keep the live stream on though, Doug, for those faraway stations I can't hear at my station. So I'll turn it back to you in 7 days.
Yeah, okay. It sound okay this morning?
Perfect.
Okay, very good. Anybody else out there?
Hey, Steve, NJ60, are you copying me from the other side of the mountains? I don't think Steve heard me, Doug. And I heard Andy in there. He's not very strong, so he must be either low power or pointing the other way.
No, I was hearing him earlier this morning. Andy, I called you once already. You out there?
Hey, Andy, KC7KW, I'll copy NJ6D. Huh. Well, he was there for a moment.
Yeah, we don't have any planes coming for quite a while here, looks like, to Den. So I'll let you guys pick up with him if the scatter chances pick up, and I'm going to swing up toward the Phoenix area.
Yeah, all right. I was already pointed up in that back up to Phoenix, but I'll if I see an airplane, I'll rotate back down to Den.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a while.
Yep, we're looks like yeah, there's a desert out there, so to speak.
K7KW.
Yeah, Andy, got you KC7KW. How you doing this morning?
Hey, we're doing well.
Awesome. I did hear you earlier, but I wasn't set up with all the stuff going on that you got to set up around here nowadays. Anyways, got you on the list.
Sounds good. How's your system coming?
Well, I got the Q5 is a few days away from being done. I've got new preamps, 2 new bandpass filters, 222, and a different one for 432, a little bit better setup there. And yeah, it's coming along. 16 channel USB relay board. Coming. I'm getting everything assembled and on site and ready to go as soon as we get it. So I'm thinking in a couple of weeks I'll be transitioning. First band will be 2 meters, and we'll get rolling.
Oh, fantastic! Well, congratulations and good luck on the journey. Just put us in there. We'll try to make our check-in early on. So 7-3s for now. Go ahead and continue forming up the net.
Yeah, okay, Andy, very good. And I did hear someone else with you there. Anybody else wanting to check in?
W7WHB.
K7EME.
Okay, W7WHB. And Lynn, K7EME. I got both you guys. There was a third station in there. Who's the other station? Kilo that sounds like, yeah, let me go out toward Lake Havasu here. John, is that you out there? Okay, we'll go ahead and get you in here, John. How you doing this morning?
Real good. Not a bad day. It's 65 degrees, so we're fairly cool.
65 degrees, all right. Yeah, get outside and enjoy it. I think we're about the same down here. No, 69. It's already jumping up, but pretty soon, we'll have habitable conditions outside.
Yeah, well, we're 44% humidity, so I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't looked outside. It may be cloudy out there. But anyway, thanks for getting in, and I was not going to hang around. I think I missed last week and stuff, so how's everything's going? With the weather changing, I get everything's going this time of the year.
Yeah. Well, we got you in this week, and I'm sure you'll be on 3695 later this evening. But good signal for 2 meters, and so no problem there. And I do appreciate you stopping by as always. We'll catch up more with you later on tonight.
Okay, Roger. You guys have a good day over there. K7EME 73s.
Okay, sounds good. Terrific. We'll catch you later. 73s there, John. And let me get on. Let's see, Steve, W7WHB. Go ahead.
Well, good morning, Doug. We'll be here for the nets and enjoying this nice, cool weather.
I agree. Absolutely. You can't beat it. This is what we paid our dues, and now it's time for Mother Nature to come up with some decent weather. All right. Got you down as in. And how about you, Lynn?
Yeah, we'll be sticking around, Doug. And good morning, everybody.
All right. Good morning. Got you down as well. I'm looking forward to checking out those with the eclipse coming up here shortly, and seeing how those glasses work you sent on down. And unfortunately, I've got visitors out of Seattle coming down, and they're going to be heading back, I think, a couple days before the eclipse. But anyways, it's too bad they won't be able to see that, because up in Seattle they won't. Anyways, appreciate that again. Let's see, is there anybody else out there?
Yeah, Whiskey 5 Romeo, Charlie, Quebec.
Okay, good morning, Jerry. How's things going with you?
Oh, things are going well. 67 degrees when I got outside when I got to the shack this morning, so still working on my 1296 stuff, tried to get a little better signal. I I'm using EMO, WNGGM is my target, so I've bought some new coax, and I'm going to try to move my 1296 antenna up a little higher. Continuous improvement, as you well know.
Got to keep up with it, and I think that is a good thing, getting that up just a wee bit higher. And I'm sure the LMR 600 will help as well there, Jerry.
I'm hoping at least it's cooled off enough to give it an attempt.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. And George, KD7XP, good morning. How are you doing? Just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Oh, we're not doing too bad. I need to get going a little earlier again today. I got some more stuff to do. They keep adding on more stuff over there, so sooner or later they're going to have more stuff to do than I can get done. And anyways, I've got to get going, and would wish I could get around and stay around for a while, but I just can't do it. 7-3s, have yourself a good net. Catch you next week.
Yeah, okay, George. I think here's something that probably will work and do well for both sides. Have them double your pay.
Oh yeah, I get that from Pima County. I'm all the way up to 3 zeros on Pima County now.
All right. Well, they'll you do a lot of service, that's for sure, and there's other rewards, I guess.
Oh yeah, I enjoy doing things, and don't necessarily have to be paid for everything I do. Just things I need to I know how to do, and I can help somebody doing it. That's just better for me. Have a good net. K7XP 7-3.
All right, you take it easy, George. 7-3s.
W7ADF.
Okay, two of you there at the same time. Go ahead, Jim. W7ADF.
Yeah, good morning, Doug. I'll be here for the festivities.
Okay, and who was it? Kilo?
Kilo Juliet 7 Golf Sierra Kilo.
Oh, of course, KJ7GSK. How are you doing this morning? Boy, your signal's pretty good there, John.
Hey, good morning, Doug. I'm actually very surprised I'm coming in clear. I'm working from home today on a mast that's about maybe 8 feet high. I can go twice as high, but if I'm getting in at 8 feet, I'll stay put where I'm at.
Okay, well, I can say even with you only at 8 feet with the, let's see, you're on a loop, right?
Negative. I'm on a 3-element Yagi.
Okay, I get mixed up what you're running. All right, 3 elements at 8 feet, and you are S8 down by Tucson.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you, Doug, and I'll stand by for you.
Okay, wow. If you get up, if you could get up like at 20 feet, you'd be. I'd have to put some attenuation on. Okay, sounds good. We got you on the list for the net. Anybody else?
87
Morning, Mike. How you doing?
Doing great. I'll be sticking around.
All right, we've got you on the list. Anybody else? Good morning. How you doing, Robert? That was Mike, KD7 Uniform November.
Roger. Okay, I'm just catching up.
All right. You want to double? Well, let me bring you up here, and I'll double check. Okay, yeah, we're going to need to, just tell me when you're ready and we'll get you all up to date.
Okay, let me know.
Okay, we've got, after you put Chuck, NJ6D.
Okay, and I think you got Alpha India in there as well.
And who was that?
There's a check-in ending in Alpha India.
Oh, okay. QRZ, the check-in, Alpha India, go ahead. I'll need a relay.
I don't hear him anymore. Anyway, we'll come come back after Chuck. I got KC7KW. How about that?
No, let's see. After Chuck was Al, K7ZYP.
Okay, just a second. Okay, who's next?
Okay, after Al is Den, W7KMB. Okay, then Steve, N7THW, at his Mesa address.
Okay, I'll fix it in a minute. Go ahead.
Then you've got Andy. Okay, so after Andy is Steve, W7WHB.
What about Dan?
I got him already.
Roger, sorry, I didn't see it.
That should cover it, Roger.
Not quite. After Steve, there's K7HAM.
Okay.
Then KC6SEH. And that's it. You're up to date.
I guess I'm going to start getting up earlier. You've had a heck of a lot of people before, just after 7 then.
I did. I got up early to be sure that I didn't have any troubles getting the live stream going, and of course it went very smoothly. And I was we were just sitting around. Chuck was here, and we had a nice run with Den there.
Go ahead.
All right. Anybody else? K7EME.
K7TTI.
Kilo 7. Was that Tango India?
That's correct. The name here is Phil. Good morning, everybody.
Okay, and you said your name was Phil?
Yeah. Papa Hotel India Lima.
Okay, Phil. Well, thanks for checking in. And where are you located?
Okay, I'm in Queen Valley, and I'm using a brand new Arrow 4-element Yagi, and I have it hooked up onto my feet. It seems to be working fine.
It is. You're doing very well. Okay, I see you from last week, and I remember the Queen Valley. Where the heck is Queen Valley located? I know where Queen Creek is, but what about Queen Valley?
I really don't like to let the secret out because it's beautiful here and it's kind of unpopulated. But if you drive up Highway 79, just go about 4 miles straight back.
Okay, well, very good. I won't repeat that then if you're trying to keep it a secret.
Yeah, thank you very much. We're trying to keep calm over here.
Okay, well, no problem. Well, much better than last week. The Yagi and what coax was it? You said you swapped coax?
No, I'm using RG8X on it. Coax has been around for I don't know how many years I've had it, but it's in good shape. Really nice.
Okay, Roger, on the coax. Okay, very good. Well, you're certainly doing better, and I can copy you pretty much solid. And I think if I bump my antenna over that way a little bit more, you'll be even better. So I will do that during the net and give you another report there on your signal. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Phil, for checking in again. Anybody else?
K7EME.
Good morning, Troy. You managed to get out and out and about, and you sound reasonably awake.
Well, I don't know about that. I might go to sleep here in the chair, but I'll be here.
Oh, okay, no problem. And let's see, just a minor thing there. Number 17. Oh, I see you just got it. Okay, you can get the correction on the call there. SEH.
There's Kilo Charlie 6 Hotel Alpha India, Scott in Scottsdale. Did you catch it, Kim?
Okay. Oh, I saw that, and I was thinking you had a typo on John there, but no, I don't have him. KC6 Hotel Alpha India. That's the Alpha India you were referring to before. KC6 HAI, do you copy there? I'm going to need a relay.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, KC6HAI. Dana, welcome, and good copy for me. I'm going to have to relay in for net control, but tell us about the station there, if you would. Over. Dana, well, it's November 7 Victor Delta. I run the net logger and help Doug along. Anyway, very cool. Great copy for me. So let's see if net control can hear you. Go ahead.
No, I could not copy Dana. If you could tell me about his station and where he's located, I'll know where to try pointing.
Scottsdale, and did you say you just built a transverter? Is that what it was, Dana? Oh, fantastic. Well, welcome back, and the transverter's working good. What are you putting? How much power is it putting out? Well, it sounds great. Good audio, good modulation. So, yeah, Doug, he's only running 3 watts peak out of a transverter he built a long time ago. Over.
Hey, great. What antenna is he using?
Yeah, fill us in on the antenna you got there, Dana. Very cool. He's on a second floor condominium. He's running a 5-element, and unfortunately, he can only point west. There, over.
Okay. Well, boy, I tell you what, that is terrific, and I don't know if Dana's copying me at all, but anyways, what a great job, and welcome to the net, and a homebrew transverter. What a great effort to get on the air. All right. Well, we've got him down, and I'll have you relay for me when it comes time for Dana's turn. He can maybe tell us more about that transverter. I'm curious what he, if it's a W1GHZ design, or exactly what he's got there. So thank you, Dana, and we've got you on the list.
Thanks, and he's picking you up 3 to 4 there off the side of his beam there. Go ahead there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Very good. Well, I'm like I say, I'm curious to hear more about this transverter, and so welcome aboard, Dana. And hopefully you'll be able to hear. There's a number of stations out toward the west, so I'm sure you'll copy some of them as they come on board. And some of them are not here yet, so we'll see. And with that, anybody else out there? K7EME.
K7 Victor November Echo.
Good morning, Vince. How you doing? You struggle along with the new four-legged bundle of energy?
Yeah, he's eating right now, and you know what happens after he eats. He's got to go outside, so I'll be in and out. I heard Dana. I didn't hear where he was from, but he was about a 2x2, but I'm on my disc phone, so that's probably not helping.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good. Great. He's getting out under pretty challenging conditions there, but he's over in Scottsdale.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Like I said, he's the little monster's gained 8 or 9 pounds in the last 2 weeks, so he's growing.
Oh, good Lord. Well, I'm sure he's got big feet then.
Yeah, he's getting there. And I actually found that my skin heals after he bites the flesh off my hand.
Well, it'll toughen up after all that scar tissue forms.
Yeah, roger that. All right, man, I'll see you next week. Take care, 7-3.
Okay. Good luck with the training there. Have fun. Those Huskies, they're full of energy. All right. Anybody else? Well, I want to give a shout out to Barry, VE4MA. Barry, if you're listening, I know you have in the past, but if you happen to be listening on the live stream, we're looking forward to you getting back down to Apache Junction and joining in on the winter festivities. So, shouldn't be too awful long, a few weeks, I imagine. Anybody else out there for the Arizona SWATnet, K7EME? Boy, Chuck, if you're near the microphone, I am picking up S3 to 4 noise level up toward Phoenix. And, I aim anywhere else, and pretty much it's S0, so it's not the preamp overdrive in the front end. Maybe a project down the road would be a homebrew, really, really tight 2-meter bandpass filter, and that may help you when you get the monster antenna up.
Oh yeah, I've been already looking at that, Doug. But I thought you were going to say maybe we might do some road adventures in that direction to see if the source is near or far.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'm working on that as well at the same time. Absolutely. Yep. We'll see what we can come up with. Absolutely. Yep. Definitely. I don't know what it is. The only thing I can think of, if you don't get it where you were at when you get the larger with a big antenna up, I'm gonna guess it's just looking through those cell towers.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. In fact, I just had the terrain analysis up right now, looking at once I had the antenna up on the 40-foot tower, what my path looks like up towards Phoenix. Because it was interesting when you just recently when you checked Vince in VNE. I normally hear Vince really well without any trouble, but I couldn't hear him at all this morning. And so I've been doing a little bit more critical look at the terrain analysis, and definitely those mountains that are on the other side of the freeway to the north and east of Picacho Peak are in the way. But it also turns out that, I think you said this once before, that the tail end of the Tucson Mountains up there after Twin Peaks are also in the way. So I got two things that are going to make this a challenge, but hopefully some ground gain with the big antenna will make up for some of that.
Oh, I'll bet it'll make up for a lot of that. And, it's just like you have a better path toward Dan and Steve. I think you're going to have a much better path, especially with, well, you do now, as it is with Steve when he's up in Lakeside. It's just, we all have challenges depending on which way we're headed. But at least your challenges are not my challenges. So, and then Al is another one. He's got a pretty good path no matter what, except for out toward the west. I think he's a little more challenged. So, between the three of us, usually we can put it together. But there's going to be some issues, but I think you'll power up toward Phoenix. You'll power through a lot of that. And if you're hearing surge, it can't be all that bad.
Yeah, I hear surge on a good day. I think I'm getting a little help from airplane scatter to get me up and over the mountains, but it'll be really interesting. I was even thinking that if I don't think the 2-meter project, the antenna project, is going to drag on too much longer, but I was even thinking taking this current antenna and just throwing it up on the tower, get it up off the roof, because it's pretty low off the roof, right? It's only about 10 feet off the roof line, so even just relocating the antenna to the better tower should make an improvement, let alone having the bigger antenna.
Well, with your abilities, you could do that really pretty quickly, and your coax run probably would even be less, right?
Well, the coax is already there, right? So I would take down the little 4-element 6-meter and just put the 2-meter up there, and then I've got the half-inch hardline that I use to feed that, and that runs all the way back to the shack.
I would do that. You know, except for the fact that you're probably going to have the other one up in the air within a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, I was gonna do that yesterday afternoon, but it was just too bleeping windy. But you know, maybe if you come over, we'll, you know, it will only take about 30 minutes to make the swap at most.
Hey Chuck, Robert.
Yeah, go ahead, Robert.
I gotta tell you, aren't you breaking some kind of an engineering protocol having an antenna with a boom length longer than it is high?
Yeah, well, you know, I was thinking about that, but you know, if you go by half the boom length, it's just about right, Robert.
Yeah, you're okay. Anyway, looking forward to it. Zach, go ahead. N780.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's going to have to redefine how high he has it. Instead of a certain number of wavelengths, we're gonna convert that over to fractions of a boom length.
Half boom length. So we'll be let's see, this is going to be 24. It'll be about one boom length high is roughly speaking what it'll be.
There you go. Well, you're going to redefine everything on 2-meter antennas, that's for sure. At least in this side of the Mississippi.
Well, it'll be an interesting project to see how it gets realized up on the tower. So you know, Doug, it's relatively calm. My karate thing got canceled today, so. Regardless of wind, you know, if you're up for it, if you wanted to make a jump across the mountains here, like I said, I was, you know, even if we don't get a lot done on the 2-meter today, I was really thinking, I was hoping to have this antenna up and over on the other tower. So maybe, like I said, it wouldn't take much, but having a spotter on the ground is always a good idea.
Okay, well, yes, I'll do that. I don't know how much help I'll be able to be today, but I will definitely do that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. If you have time, you know, I know we both have our mountain full of fun little projects that we're working on, but after the net here, I'm going to get out and start. Lining up elements, and what I think I'm going to do, Doug, is I'm just going to tack them down on the boom with a little bit of that quick set JB weld as I get each one leveled and lined up. Then I'm just going to tack it down. I can break it loose if I have to, but then the wind won't blow them around.
Okay, well, you know, we'll do that, and if you don't. Since we'll be outside, I won't bother with taking a shower first, and just grab a bite. You know, all I need is a bite to eat, and because I you know, haven't gotten breakfast yet. But I'll grab a bite to eat real quick and hop on over after the net. And speaking of the net, we should get back to that. Let's see if there's any more check-ins. K7EME.
K7EME.
Good morning, Warren. How are you doing over there in Apache Junction?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I'm just about with normal. Nothing exciting today again, and I'm here though, so I'll just check in to the count and also to keep up all the other activities, even though I can't be part of much of it. So I'm here.
Hey, that's the spirit. Absolutely. Do you have you ever thought about trying that live stream to see if you can hear everybody?
Well, it's there. I don't use it, but I figure if I can't hear anybody, oh well. But I'm hearing pretty good these days. I think I solved some of my noise problems, or they solved themselves or something. But a lot of it was quite a bit by working the feed lines and taking the amplifier out of the line, which I think was a real big, I think it got a bad relay or something. Anyhow, running barefoot was sort of the secret.
Yeah, okay. getting a little Doppler shift multipath off you there. So we definitely got an airplane between us. You might possibly hear a little bit of that on my signal. Okay, Warren, we've got you down, and we'll get to you. Let's see, anybody else out there?
Whiskey Delta 7 Romeo.
Fashionably late this morning, Mike, WD7R. How you doing?
Yeah, good morning. I thought I'd take advantage of the cooler weather and go out for a bike ride. So I just got back and thought I would put myself on the list. Thank you, Doug, for catching my call, and great signal today.
Okay, here's what you need to do, Mike. Do you still have your FT817?
No.
Ah, bummer. I was thinking, it wouldn't be that big of a stretch to put a loop on the back of your bicycle and grab that 817. But you've got a 705, though, right?
No, got rid of that, too. Closest thing would be a 991A.
Oh, that's a little bit hefty. I guess you could put it on the handles, but you'd probably have to come up with quite a bracket there. So, darn, you got rid of your QRP stuff. All right. Well, it was, if you ever get something else, that would be something we have not yet had, is a bicycle mobile.
I will think about that, and yeah, that's a good project. Very good. Well, good to hear you this morning, and thanks for putting me on the list, WD7R.
I'll bet it would work. Okay, sounds good. Good signal this morning as well. K7EME.
Quick N17HW.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, not that it's the same, but just for the heck of it, I don't know if I ever told you, but when I was out in Lakeside this year, I have on my e-bike, I have a comm helmet, communications helmet that ties into my phone. I can make calls and receive calls and stuff, but I also can listen to the internet, and I was listening to the live stream of riding my bike. I just wanted to share that with you when you were talking about Mike.
Well, hey, well, of course you could. I mean, you can get YouTube on your phone, and no matter where you're at, you could listen. That's pretty cool. There you go. Well, your halfway bike mobile, not quite simplex, but halfway there.
Yeah, copy that. Just wanted to share that. Back to that N17HW.
Yeah, no problem. I'm going to swing over toward Tucson here, and let's see if we can get some people over there. While I'm doing that, we'll pause on the northeast, K7EME. Anybody out that way? And looking over toward the east now, K7EME. Anybody in the Tucson area? Jim, are you out there? Pete, anybody out that way?
N6ETA.
Good morning, Peter. How are you doing?
I got sneezy a little bit this morning, but that's all right.
Well, yeah, that just keep it off a box.
10:30, but we may be able to work that out. So if you call me and I'm not there, it's just because I had a slip.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll break back in and make some noise, and we'll certainly get you on board. Sounds good. Anybody else out there?
Good morning, Whiskey 7 Kilo Zulu Mike. Good morning, Doug. How you doing?
Wow, Ken, what a great! I'm getting a bounce off of Mount Lemmon. You are stronger than when I aim direct. We must have a little bit of rocks between us. I swear you're over 20 over 9 and off of this heading, and which is due east for me right now. How you doing this morning?
Oh, good. I'm aiming at Mount Lemmon also. I get more off Mount Lemmon with my rotator than I do directly to Phoenix. So I change back and forth, and then I have a couple of loops out here. So, well, that's great. We must be pointing at the St. Rock, so that works out great. Everything's good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're a full 20 over 9. Interesting. There you go. There's a good example of bouncing off of mountains and, airplanes, meteors, the moon, all the good stuff you can do on this band. Okay, we got you on the list, Ken. Anybody else? Well, I'm aimed out that way. Okay, I'll swing back around toward Phoenix. Yeah, if you could maybe send him a message. According to Mike, UUN, I think he's going to tell Mike if he goes out portable, because he can get up out of the bowl that he's in there in Bisbee. So I don't believe he's able to do it RF wise.
What's this call? I can rotate that way and give it a try.
Well, I'm sure Ken will let you know.
Yeah, a little bit of a double there. Okay. Yeah, he's Chuck. He's in Bisbee, but I don't think he's anywhere where that would work. You know how Bisbee is, and but there is a hilltop, I think, that's close by him that eventually he's talking about going up maybe once in a while and operating portable.
Yeah, okay. Well, I rotated the antenna out that way just in case if he's listening. NJ6D, if you can post a note on the AIM if he's listening, but I have a pretty good line of sight out that direction, Doug, so that may not be that much of a stretch even out of the hole.
Yeah, okay. I'm just pulling up the AIM window here. Hold on. Oh, he must be on the lurking window.
Doug, I'm sorry, yeah, Doug, what is the call sign you got that way? This is Ken. I'll try it on point of correct north from here. Maybe I can get through the mountains.
Yeah, I think it's K7EME down there, but yeah, again, I'm not sure he's even on the air. But yeah, go ahead. Chuck, you try first, and Ken.
All right, we'll give it a shot, see if he's listening. Kilo Fox 7, Tango X-Ray Echo, K7TFE, NJ16, November, Juliet 6 Delta, any copy, over. Ken, give it a go. I'm not hearing anything on my end.
Okay, anybody up in Bisbee trying to call in to the SWOT net this morning? This is Whiskey 7 Kilo Zulu Mike. Anybody in Bisbee, over? Nope, don't hear anybody out here. Whiskey 7 Kilo Zulu Mike.
Yeah, let me also give a generic call. Anybody out in the southeast of Tucson, November, Juliet 6 Delta, NJ6D. Not here, Doug. Back to you.
Okay, very good. Let's see. Al has a pretty good shot out that way as well. I don't know if you're still around, Al.
UUN's trying to get in.
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, he does not have he's not in a position to transmit this way at the moment. But that's something we're looking at in the future. Chuck actually might have the best direct path where we actually are able to do that, but I'll let you know when that looks like that's going to happen. And in the meantime, he's just going to be monitoring on the internet.
Okay, excellent. Well, that's what I thought the status was, and so we'll remember that. And I'm glad he's able to listen on the live stream, and welcome aboard, at least via the internet. So that sounds good, and hopefully one of these days you'll be able to get in a spot where you can transmit. But welcome, nonetheless. Welcome aboard. Let's see, is there anybody else? K7EME.
W7XA.
Good morning, Doug. How are you doing?
Not too bad. A little bit of sniffles and stuffed up head, but I'm okay. And out cleaning up the yuck out of the swimming pool from yesterday's wind that went nuts around here. Didn't damage anything, just made a lot of extra work. And somebody threw a cotton-picking vodka bottle over the fence into my yard and splattered glass all over the place, so that was another opportunity for some nasty work. Other than that, I'm doing just great. Go ahead.
Wow, that's not good, and especially if any of that got into your pool, you can't see that glass there. Hopefully that didn't happen.
Yeah, I can't tell. Most of it seemed to be around the peripheral edges of it, so I picked all that up, and the main bottle, it didn't completely bust it all. It just knocked the bottom out of it. So it's probably 80% of the bottle was intact, so that was a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, any projects going on this week?
Yeah, I got some shop work out there for my customer, and I'm whittling on that, making some inroads on it. So that's what's going on.
Okay, well, sounds good, and appreciate you checking in, and we'll catch you down the road.
You betcha. Take care. Have a good day. K7EME, W7XA clear.
Okay, thanks a lot, Doug. Anybody else out there? K7BEQ. Good morning, Barry. How you doing?
I'm doing good. The weather is getting cooler outside, so I can actually go outside and do some yard work. And actually work on the antenna too a little bit. That's pretty much it. Just checking in for the morning.
Okay, well, a little bit of antenna maintenance and working in the yard. It's getting to be that kind of weather again, and do appreciate you stopping by to say hi there, Barry. And you have a good week.
You too. 7-3 to everybody else. K7BEQ, back to you.
Okay, 7-3s. All right, anybody else? K7EME?
Whiskey 7 kilos of the Mike. Now that I looked at the map for Bisbee, I don't think so. It's too mountains between us, so I won't be pointing down that way anymore. But anyway, it was worth a try. Whiskey 7 kilos of the Mike.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. If you've had a chance to be listening, he's not set up for transmit yet anyway. So that would have been a miracle if he'd have been able to come back, because then you'd truly have ESP. But yeah, sounds good there, Ken. Well, you never know. You just never know, and things don't always go in a straight line. So no try. If you don't try, you don't know. Let's see. Anybody else out there? K7EME. I haven't gone out to the west yet this morning, so let's do that. And looking a little bit more out toward the west, K7EME, anybody out that way? In the north-northwest, K7EME. All right, be standing by here. You know, Robert, Steve brought up a good point that I never thought of with the live stream. People can stick some headphones on their cell phone and get YouTube and just wander around the house and monitor the net without having to be stuck. You can go outside and clean the pool if you want while you're waiting for your turn to come by on the net and still hear everything.
Delta, yes. And I was sitting here thinking about that. My phone's paired to my truck, so I could listen to it while I'm driving.
Absolutely. You know, the possibilities are there, definitely. It's too bad when you were over in Europe. I don't think we didn't have it going quite. It was very much in the beginning, or did you get one chance to listen to it?
I think I looked, but the boat, you know, when they were running satellite internet, you know, so it's on the boat, and there was just enough time. And if we were in port, we were too busy out running around. So no, didn't get a chance, Roger.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you didn't have your regular cell phone. You had a satellite phone?
No, I was hooked to the boat's internet because if you know, doing that through international rates would have been cost prohibitive.
Okay, got it. Yeah, that's pretty nice that they offered that. Last time I took a cruise, of course, that was 25 years ago. That was not available, but they must all be doing that now. All right, sounds good. Anybody else out there?
Hey, Doug.
Yeah, go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, I don't think we had it up completely spooled up. I think we were just barely getting going when Robert was on his trip. So trying to remember now. But I'm gonna poke at you a little bit when you do start your live stream. Update the date on your on the title there. You're still showing September 3rd.
Oh, well, okay. Because the screen that I have up here does not put a date on it. It just, I'm looking at the screen that I think I have sent out. So yeah, we'll have to talk about that. Do you want me to bring the laptop over today?
Yeah, sure. No, it's just when you initialize the live stream from the OBS software, up at the very top, you type in a description, a one-line description, and that's where we've been putting the AZ SWOT Sunday, today's date, then the hyphen, then your call, and You have to update that date every time you start a new stream.
All right. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because I had no idea. I kind of thought that the date would be automatically put on there, and maybe it is, but on the, on some fine print somewhere. Okay, I'll take care of that.
Yeah, I'll show you when you come over. Yeah, bring your laptop. Won't hurt.
Stand by, Serge.
Around.
Okay, I think I heard Serge in there underneath you there, Chuck. KT6KT, K7EME.
Good morning, Doug. You're on the beat. K7EME from KT6KT. That's 7 right now. Everyone have a good day. K7EME from KT6KT, DL26.
I've got him, Doug.
Yeah, beautiful copy. Beautiful copy. I have you at S7 as well. And let's see, there's another station who would like to try since the conditions are so good. He's going to call you right now. Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, KK6KT, November, Juliet 6 Delta, Norway, Japan 6 Denmark. How copy, Surge? Over, over, over.
Okay, no copy, Surge?
Just the voice. I can tell somebody's in there.
Okay, you can tell somebody's in there. Anybody else got a good copy on Surge? Would like to try up toward? He's up in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I can try him.
Give him a try, Robert.
KT6KT, November 7, Victor Delta, Norway 7, Victoria, Denmark. Over, over. Yeah, same thing. Just the voice.
Okay, just the voice is all he's getting there, Robert.
That was a double.
Yeah, it was. Go ahead, Robert.
KT6KT, November 7, Victor Delta, any copy, over? And N7, they're coming through, S1. Right, it's Norway 7, Victoria, Denmark, November 7, Victor Delta, over, over.
Okay, try one more time, Robert, with your call several times.
Okay, KT6KT, November 7, Victor Delta, Norway 7, Victoria, Denmark. November 7, Victor Delta, Norway 7, Victoria, Denmark. Over, over. All right, well, we're not getting a call through, so anyway, go ahead there, Doug.
Okay, all right. Well, we tried, Serge. We tried. One of these days, we're gonna get it. 7-3, Serge. 7-3. Thank you for checking in, and a beautiful copy today. Good path down to Tucson. Okay. All right. Well, that was that was as good this week as last week was bad with the propagation up there to Las Vegas. So I'm glad we got a better path today. So, anyways, anybody else out there?
Good morning, WX7G. Mike Delta, Chris in South Central.
Okay, got two of you there. Chris, W7AMD. I heard you on 40 meters about a week ago. I didn't expect to hear your call, but I did copy you there. Happened to be trying a new dipole leg there. Go ahead, Chris.
Good morning to you, Doug, and Robert and others there. I heard a couple of you here this morning, just a late start, and we're back to Fountain Hills. We've been traveling. We've been to California, and then we went up to Colorado. So the last couple of months we've been out of town more than we've been in town, which is good way for me. But boy, oh boy, it's sort of a loopy a little bit, but we're getting back into the normal things cleaned up and back into the stride of being at home. W7AMD.
Okay, Chris. Yeah, you must have been portable. I don't know where you were, but definitely heard you on 40 meters, so I'll just give you that report. And like I say, I was probably about a week or so, week, 10 days, somewhere in the last that time frame. Anyway, you going to be able to stick around? Okay, Chris. Well, enjoy the grandkids, and we'll catch up with you maybe next week now that you're back in town. So 7 3s, and thanks again. And Jim, WX7G, I got you there. Go ahead, Jim.
Thank you, Doug, and good morning to everybody on the group here this morning. This is Whiskey X-Ray 7 Golf up here in the east suburbs of beautiful downtown Gilbert, and I will be with the net today. And good copy, good propagation today. Back to net control.
Okay, Jim, very good. All right, got you on the list. And anybody else? Okay, with that, Robert, would you be so kind as to take it for a few minutes here before we get started on the net? I'm going to go get something more to drink, and I will be back shortly.
Looking for additional check-ins. Arizona SWOT net, please call now.
Hey, Chuck, was that you mentioning about Vince's signal?
Yeah, I was mentioning that normally I hear him really well, and today I could barely, I don't even think I heard him.
Yeah, I meant to mention this, but I forgot. He was vertically polarized today.
Oh, well, that might explain a lot.
Yeah, I didn't want you to think, maybe your azimuth was off or something. No, he was vertical.
Okay, well, that's worth 20 or 30 dB.
Yeah, it sure is.
All right. Interestingly enough, Doug, I'm also getting some noise enhancement to the northwest, slightly northwest. So, wondering if it's the same noise that you're hearing towards the Phoenix area.
Well, that is what I was wondering, and especially when you get your antenna up to height and the new one. You know, if you're hearing something along the order of, a couple of S units, then that's what it is, and maybe it's not the cell phone towers that I'm looking at a mile away, to the two of them. And I don't know why there's two of them so close together. One of them, I've been thinking one of them might be 5G. All right, well, it's time to get the net started, and so we will do that and get the festivities going. So good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Arizona Sidewinders on 2Net. This net is open to all amateurs, and we meet every Sunday morning at this time, 1530 Zulu, taking early check-ins at least an hour before. My name is Doug. I'm K7EME. I'm located in Picture Rocks, Arizona, right near the Saguaro National Park, near Tucson, running 1,500 watts to what's left of an antenna array. So we're a little bit compromised there, but still have one long boom Yagi covering all of Arizona and into the surrounding states. The purpose of this net is to encourage VHF and higher band activity here throughout the Southwest. And for more information, you can check our website, az-swot.net, sponsored by Robert, November 7, Victor Delta. And Robert is also running the NetLogger portion of the net, where online you can see the live check-in list and post messages, for example, if you need us to point your way. And we are also available on YouTube live stream there under, do a search on AZ SWOT Sunday, and do that, and you'll come up with our live stream. So we're now going to start taking further check-ins by compass heading, and I think we've pretty much got everybody all the way in here, but let's just in case, going to swing out toward Kingman. He's about Bill, KK7 Bravo Victor, or anybody out that way, K7EME. All right, and let me switch over to the other side here of the north, and we'll try up to the northeast, K7EME. Got to send an email to our friend Ed, N5JEH, up there in Albuquerque, see where he's been the last long bit of time. And we're looking toward the east, K7EME. Anybody out that way? And thank you, Chuck, for posting the addresses for both of the live streams that are going on here. So with that, I'm going to end up back on Phoenix here roughly, and we'll get things rolling. Next week, next Saturday, is the Hamfest down here in Tucson. Hope to see some of you guys in person again, catch up with you eyeball QSO-wise. I imagine we may have a little bit of a get-together, usually around 9 o'clock, and probably we'll shoot for the northwest corner of the Hamfest. I think that's where we've done it at this one. So northwest corner of the Hamfest around 9 p.m., and we'll get everybody together and say hi. So that'll be that. I did want to mention something that it keeps cropping up every once in a while, and I think it's worth repeating for some of the newer folks, and the older guys, bear with me here, but I do want to bring up, because every once in a while we run across somebody who's running RG58 coax, and you're really losing a lot of signal here on 2 meters if you're doing that, or even RG8 or RG8X, any type of HF coax. It's just going to suck up a lot of the energy at 2 meters and convert it into heat before it ever gets to your antenna. So highly recommend going over to something that has a little bit less or a lot less loss at VHF frequencies. And there are tables on the internet that will give you an idea. Coax loss. You can just Google that. 2 words: coax and loss, and you'll find tables that will tell you in exact terms of what your coax is and what you could have. You know, in many cases, it's like adding an amplifier, or if you're on a loop, it's like going to a beam. It's a big difference. And again, guys, bear with me, but an S unit is equal to about 6 dB. And so if you've got a longish run of coax and it's RG58, you could find yourself adding an S unit or more, and that will be on receive as well as transmit. So just thought I'd mention it, throw it out there, because every once in a while we've got somebody and that'll maybe you know, get you to think about getting some coax. And a Hamfest is an excellent spot to come up with some used LMR 400 or something equivalent that will help you out there. So with that, let's go up to Robert and N7 Victor Delta and see what Robert's got going on this week. Go ahead, Robert.
Yeah, K7EME and SWOT November 7 Victor Delta, Robert over here, Northeast Mesa, and the SWOT number 3051. So, not much, just enjoying the cooler weather. Absolutely beautiful out this morning on our walk. So, anyway, all in all, everything's good. I just can't think of much else. Looking forward to getting some time into the garage. Yesterday we worked on our classic cars and got those running again. Had been running for a while. And, you know, the old carbureted cars need DLC every now and then. So look forward to some cruise hits coming up on the weekend, and we'll have some fun. Anyway, everything else going pretty good. Wife got her MRI results yesterday, or Friday, the day afterwards. We thought it was going to be a week. Everything's good. She's having some minor headaches because of the way that the tumor is kind of collapsing in on itself. But anyway, it's not growing for sure, so all good there. So, let's see. Oh, and then Friday night, I went to a friend's an ex-coworker who is retiring, and he got us together at the Echo 5 Bar and Grill there in North Mesa, and caught up with them. I hadn't seen in a couple of years, so it was a lot of fun seeing the old coworkers. Anyway, that's about it. Back to net. K7EME at 7BD.
Oh, you've been retired for a couple of years. I just realized I'm coming up on 5 years myself, and it just doesn't seem like that at all. Okay, and that's terrific news. I hadn't heard that about Marty. So it doesn't get any better than that. So go girl. That is awesome. Let's see. Well, that made my day. NJ6D, Chuck, go ahead and fill us in on all of your stuff you got going, the best list of projects over there.
Okay, Doug in the group. NJ6D here on the other side of the mountains from Doug, Delta Mike 42 Lima Hotel. Let's see, focus is on the 2-meter Yagi project. I think I have all the elements cut, all the boomed element clamps ready to go. Got the trusses all strung up and ready. So later today, I think I'll be putting some elements on the boom with Doug's help. We just talked about getting this current antenna that I'm on right now transferred over to the other tower just to get, it'll be a good benchmark for a week before I get the big antenna up on the tower. I've got a small pile of other little projects here inside the shack that I'm working on. Need to do some repair work on my flex radio. I think there's something wrong with the HF output amplifier circuit, so I got replacement parts here, and I'll be getting that on the bench here in the next couple of days. I need to get it running because there's some really good 6-meter EME DX stuff happening over the next month or so. And then continue to noodle away at getting the IC 705 better integrated and trying to figure out how to get that thing accessible from the outside world on the internet. I can do it from inside on my internal net, but still haven't quite figured out how to make a porthole and do the port forwarding and all that stuff so I can access it from the outside world. That's about it for now, Doug. I'm sure I have a much longer list, but that's good enough. Good propagation today, hearing most people. And again, it'll be an interesting benchmark when I move this antenna over to the other tower later this afternoon. So, Robert, I don't know if you're around this afternoon, but I may send you a text, or maybe Mike, WD7R, and do a test after we move the antenna. Back to you, Doug. K7EME in the group, NJ60.
Fantastic, Chuck. Let me know in 780.
Perfect, Robert. Thank you.
All right, very good. Yeah, fun things happening, and that will be most interesting to see. And good on all the above, and getting the 705 working remotely. As much time as you spend out of town. I mean, I know you were almost there for Thursday night's tech discussion there on 432, and you missed a good discussion. We had a good time. Wasn't too many people, but still it was a nice roundtable going there, and soon you'll be able to participate in that no matter where you're at. So sounds good. Let's get to Al, K7ZYP, who's recovering still from that dang COVID. How you doing, Al?
Good morning, Doug and the net. K7ZYP here. I think I'm slowly getting a little better. I don't know. I've been going to a lot of doctors, but that's not what's important. I mean, not interested. So, good net so far. Got quite a list going here. And, yeah, I actually worked on, myself and my brother-in-law, we worked on the Jeep last Monday and Tuesday. And we actually had it running, but then we had to take it back. I had to pull the head off because, anyway, broke a bolt off it, so I had to take it down to the machinist and have him remove that for me. I could have done it myself, but the machinist was so close, and he does work, I mean, you walk in the door and he's working on it already, and doesn't charge much, so I just took it down to him. He's got all the tools just laying there, right in front of him and stuff, and I would have dug all my tools out to get it out there. Not that it would take that many tools, but anyway. We'll be working on the Jeep again tomorrow. We'll probably have it running again. Won't take long. Yeah, it fired right up, idled. It ran great until I saw oil pouring out of the valve cover gasket, so anyway, we'll have to do a little better supervision on my brother-in-law tomorrow. Not much else going on. Wife's still out of town. I'm still batching it. and she'll be back, I think, Thursday or Friday, something like that, from Flagstaff, and then we'll be done with that. Hope to see everybody at the Hamfest next weekend. Might even be driving the Jeep, don't know. We'll see how much I can get done on it. I do have a rat. The rat moved in about 2 weeks before I decided to get out there and start working on it again. I'm trying to get him, but he keeps stealing my bait. And I got lights under the Jeep. I've got flashing lights inside the Jeep. I got, and he doesn't care. He's bypassing my traps. He steals the bait cup out of the trap, his electric trap. Done that twice. I don't know what I'm going to do about him. But I'll get him. Think about sitting out there tonight with the BB gun lay in my lap and watch for the little guy to come out. Anyway, that's enough of that. Anyway, everybody have a good day. Maybe I'll be on 3695 tonight. So, 7-3 for now. K7EME. Back to net.
Okay, Al. Well, good luck with the rat. You be careful with those flashing lights. You never know. You could be, he could set up a disco party with all his buddies there in your Jeep, and of course they got plenty of good wiring to chew up. So they got snacks right there. Anyway, sounds good, and we'll catch you later. We had Dan, W7KMV by AirScatter, and I just happened to be looking over at the AirScatter screen, and there's a 747 just about in a good spot we might be able to use for Silver City, but he's not around. But Chuck, keep an eye out. That thing is bound for Tucson. It's a big 747 freighter, Kalita Air, and he's due to arrive just in not very long here. So you'll see him maybe coming by as time goes on here. So I think he's due in about 16 minutes. Let's see. With that, let's get to Steve, N7THW. Steve, welcome back from the White Mountains, and enjoy the warmth. I know you were getting kind of cold when we talked to you last week from up there. Go ahead, Steve.
K7EME in the group, N7THW. Flight number 3663 from East Mesa, Delta Mike 43 now, not 54 anymore. Yeah, we had to kind of close up the lakeside home early due to many medical treatments I got starting next week down here through the month of October and more. So anyway, it's okay. I mean, it was getting cold, at least at night, high 30s, low 40s in the mornings, and maybe we get up to 70, but my Radio Shack is out in the garage, and if I go out there and don't turn my little heater on quick enough, it got pretty cold, I think, that last transmission. So anyway, sadly, I never got the tower up on the lakeside residence. Probably going to abort that project due to what appears to be a very big lack of VHF, UHF activity up there. I don't know, time will tell, but one call a week or what have you, or 2 calls a week down in the valley or somewhere. Actually, I was fortunate enough to get up to Chino Valley with Gene a couple of times and got to talk to Terry, K6TDI up there a couple of times too, with some Payson. That was kind of neat. Let me see here. Finally got all my equipment put back together yesterday, and glad for that. I put a couple of power pole distribution boxes in, and I sure like those. Boy, that makes things easy. Of course, power pole is Al's favorite thing. Just ask him about it sometimes. We'll be getting to work on my 1296. Got my SG Labs transverter and the PA in, and 25-watt PA, and just got in some LMR 400 Ultra Selects that I actually ordered for my 432 because I thought it was bad, but I'm going to put that up on my 1296, which is a little bit better than what I have up there now. So What else I got to do? Hope to make it to a number of the ham fests this winter. Not going to hit that first one on the east side of Tucson, but other than that, just getting settled back into things, and Janet and I call our other life down here. Just a little bit different, but always welcome to be back here. I'm glad to be back. All for now, 73, K7EME in the group, N7 THW, back to net.
Okay, very good. Well, awesome on all of that. I'm glad you're getting everything going, and yeah, I know I'm now, when anything comes in, I'm always putting power poles on it and making that transition gradually, but I know how much Al loves them, and maybe for Christmas we'll get a pool going and send him a starter kit for Henderson power poles. Sorry, Al. Gotta kid you a little bit. All right, next we have Andy, KC7KW. Andy, go ahead. It's your turn.
Hey, Roger. Yeah, we're kind of in and out. The guys have already fired up on 432, and they have a bunch of questions. So anyway, we're going to head over there, but everything's well here. Working on the tower today. Got the 35-foot ladder up on the tower. Going to fix the rotator loop for the coax. It seems to be just a little fussy, so we're going to fix that. Did some tree trimming already. Weather's finally here, so kind of past my 73s. Everybody on the net this morning, making good progress here on the bench with different radios and modifications and whatnot. But that's the scoop here. Everybody have fun. We're QSY at 432.
Okay, Andy, very good. Well, enjoy the group up there on 432, and you have a good afternoon. Good luck with all that. Just remember, pace yourself there, amigo. We'll catch you later. And Steve, W7WHB, you're next. How's things going up there in Gilbert?
Well, thank you, Doug, and good morning to the group. This is Steve, Whiskey 7, Whiskey Hotel Bravo. Down here in Gilbert, Arizona, SWOT number 3697. And, things are going well. They're going real well, especially as Robert mentioned, the weather. That's why we're here. Why we're here is finally got to us, and we can celebrate and have a good next 8 months or so. Hopefully. It's supposed to get to 100 here in another couple days, but 100's okay. It's the 115s that I can't stand, so. But the weather's doing okay, and propagation, as I mentioned last week, is starting to come back around on 10 meters. We're having a lot of check-ins on the 1010 International net. And also, I'm looking for a net controller for 1010 International. If anybody's interested in being a net controller, contact me, and we'll fix you right up. And we're also getting ready for tomorrow, as a matter of fact, for our first in-person meeting of the fiscal year of the Sun Life Amateur Radio Club, and my fellow friend and officer, El Presidente WX7G, will be there early in the morning and ready to kick off the in-person meetings for the radio club. So that is all good also. And we're looking forward to seeing everybody at the Ham Fest next week. We love coming down to Tucson. It's just one of the better ones, and get to see all you guys down there too in Tucson. So that's good stuff. And that's about it, really. I do know that it is October 1st because as you were taking check-ins and talking to the first 5 or 6 people, I did my bills for the month, and lo and behold, I know it's October 1st because all my renewals are here. ARRL, NRA, the Racing Association, which I'm not going to do because I'm not racing anymore. USAC, all these, it's October 1st, and they want their money. So we're going to pay half, and the other half we're going to say, I had fun, goodbye. So Anyway, that's all I got for the nets, and thanks for hosting there, Doug. K7EME, this is W7WHB.
Okay, excellent there, Steve. Well, yeah, October 1st, it's upon us. Favorite time of the year, man. I tell you, it just means things are going to cool off. So I'm definitely ready, as you guys all are too. Well, sounds good. Stay busy, and geez, now Jim is aside from the mayor of Gilbert. Jim is the president of your ham club. So we look out for that guy. He's going to be running the whole show here before we know it. Let's see, Lynn, K7EME, also in Gilbert. How you doing, Lynn? Go ahead.
K7EME in the net. K7EME, Lynn in Gilbert. 1010. No. SWOT number is 3717. I'll get her all right. Got the 1010 net this evening. Other than that, enjoying the weather. Let's see. Use your glasses. On the 14th, should be about 9:30 at the time. It's about 80% coverage, something like that. That'll be interesting. And other than that, not a whole lot. She had a sleepover from her birthday party, and she just came in and said, I think I'm going to jump out of here and go have breakfast with her. So other than that, we'll say 7-3, guys, and look for you guys next week. K7EME, K7HAM.
Okay, Lynn, sounds good. We'll catch up with you next week and see how you're doing then. You have a good rest of your Sunday there. We had John up in Lake Havasu, KC6SCH, and so now it's time for the weekly solar report from W5RCQ. It's all yours, Jerry.
Yeah, good morning, Doug. K7EME and the group. This is W5RCQ, Jerry in Sun City, SWOT number 3662. Well, the good old solar sol, whatever, has backed off a bit again, and we've had kind of a dip in sunspot numbers, and there's 7 groups of sunspots up there today. The sunspot number is 106, and the 10.7 centimeter number is 159. However, there is a new sunspot that just showed up yesterday, peeked around the edge of the sun, and it's just loaded with flares, and quickly developed into a dozen cores. 2 of them are as wide as the earth, so who knows what this is going to do. But without any doubt, it's going to bump up the activity. That's a bit. And let's see, I guess the best thing that's happened to me lately was that it was 67 degrees outside when I got to the shack this morning. Thank God. There were times I was wondering whether I was ever going to see 67 degrees again. But anyway, it's terrific and enjoying it. I'm probably not going to be able to make the Tucson Ham Fest. My daughter's going to come and visit. I probably will not be able to get away for that day, so I hope everybody has a good time. So, with that, back to net. K7EME, W5RCQ.
Okay, Jerry. I'm sorry to hear that you won't be able to come down, but it sounds like you got a darn good reason there as well. So thanks for letting us know about El Sol, and we'll catch up with you soon here during the week. Excuse me. We had George KD7XP and in and out, and so let's pick up with Jim. W7ADF up in Scottsdale. How you doing, Jim?
Good morning, Doug. This is Jim, W7ADF in northeast Scottsdale, the Rio Verde foothills there. So doing well here. Like everybody else, enjoying the cool morning walks. It's really nice. It's been this past week been taking XY out to some medical appointments she had, getting her car windows tinted. Still waiting this coming week to find out about the well motor, pressure pump motor, whether they're going to be able to salvage it or not, or I'm going to have to do something else. And the tractor, I don't know, my guy's still waiting on the shims, I guess, because I haven't heard from him, and hopefully that'll happen soon. So That's about it from here, but everybody's doing good, and I'll turn it back to you, Doug, K7EME in the group, W7ADF.
All right, Jim. Well, hopefully you can get the tractor back, and then maybe in a pinch you could back it up to the well house and run the pump off of the PTO. So maybe you haven't thought about that. I just thought I'd bring it up. Anyways, sounds good. All right, we'll catch you later. KJ7GSK, John, how you doing up there in Chandler? Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, Doug. Just real quickly, I just changed the Yagi a little bit. Am I still coming in clear?
Oh, just fine. S7, I think I just looked.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, this weekend, good morning to the net, and good morning to you, Doug. I'm at home this week playing around with the Yagi antenna, mainly just on height, testing different heights between maximum of 10 feet up to about 20 feet to see if there's any difference in signal strength. And so what I'm hearing from you this week, Doug, I'm seeing that 10 feet right now in the direction of south. I'm no problem. I'm happy with that. That, just out the road right now in the backyard, enjoying this beautiful, cloudy, little bit of a breezy Sunday, and that's about it. Hope everybody has a good week, and with that, I'll say something to you and everybody on the net. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Okay, sounds good, John. We will do that, and you have a good week as well, so catch you later. And over to you, Mike, KD7UUN, you're next.
Okay, Doug, good morning to you and everyone on the net. Well, good morning to all. It's certainly, as everyone is happy about the cooler temperatures, and maybe this wind will die down, and it's going to get really nice this week, I think. So, not doing too much here radio-wise. I have been doing a little CW on 20 during the day and early evening, and that's been enjoyable. And Ken and I are still working on our CW QSOs twice a week for an hour or so, and so that's probably helping both of us a bit, I suspect. So that's fun. Looking forward to the Hamfest next Saturday. I've missed the last few, so this one's not far from my house, which is really nice. So the other thing is we've been talking about my brother down there in Bisbee trying to get an antenna up. I don't think he has a decent Yagi. I'm thinking I'm going to look for a Yagi. Hopefully there might be a 2-meter Yagi for sale at that Hamfest that I could pick up. That's where I got the one that I currently am using. But maybe I could set that one up more as a portable kind of thing, mobile kind of thing, to where we could use that with his Jeep to get us to a place to where he could actually transmit up in this direction with some signal strength and kind of around the mountains. Have the physics go around those objects. But anyway, I think between you, Doug, which probably can't really hit, but he might hit Chuck, and particularly with Chuck's new antenna, that might even be more of a possibility, or Al. Another possibility. Between these all possibilities, we might be able to establish a signal one of these days. So we'll keep working on that and see if that could possibly come to fruition. So good project for the near future, hopefully. Okay, back to you, K7EME, KD7UUN.
Okay, Mike, very good. I have an 11-element Cushcraft that I'd be willing to part with very cheaply that I know I'm never going to use. I think it's 10 elements. And it's light enough you probably could break it down and run it portable. But anyway, something to think about. I could bring it over to the Hamfest. Anyway, let's see. We'll look forward to seeing you over there. Anyways, I know you'll be at that one. Let's see, K7 Tango Tango Italy, Phil, up in Queen Valley. How you doing right now, Phil? And glad you got the new antenna. Go ahead. Are you copying him, Robert?
No, I'm not. I'm on the loop, though.
Yeah, okay. Phil, K7TTI, are you still out there? Okay, well, he's had to move on, so let's go to KC6HAI, Dana, and Robert, you can relay for me there, please.
Roger, KC6HAI, Dana, your turn. Go ahead. Let me take a standby. Anybody else copying Dana, KC6HAI out in Scottsdale? You want to give him a signal report? Go ahead. Okay, nothing heard. Anyway, Dana, yeah, I guess it probably would help if you could get a little better antenna situation. But anyway, copying you pretty good. You're S6 to me there, so sounding good there. Over. Go check out AZ-VHF. I think it's .com and or org, I forget, but go. That's kind of our AZ VHF and up guys that are all interested in it, and I think you'll enjoy that. Also, this net has its own website, az-swot.net, and you can pick up some information there, beacons, lots of kind of a watering hole, just information for the SWOT net. And other than that, looking forward to it. And now that you're retired, yes, you've got a lot of buddies out here that you don't know about yet. Over. Get on the web real quick, and just a second here. Okay, news, and we've got the source would be, it's azvhf.org, azvhf.org, and that's put together by J-N1AV for kind of, anything VHF and up there. Over. Thanks again, and we'll look for you next week. 7-3 for now. And if you get anything else hooked up, there's other nets out there during the week, even on this band. So check out Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Tuesday night at 7 p.m. There's one put on by Mike, WD7R. It's just a round table. All right, back to K7EME and 7BD. Go ahead.
Okay, very good. And Yeah, Dana, on Tuesday night, if you point toward Deer Valley, I don't know if you have a line of sight toward Deer Valley, but the Deer Valley Airport, that's near where Mike, WD7R, who's the moderator for the Tuesday night group, 7 p.m. Actually, it may be even earlier, 6:30, because it's the Tuesday night swap net, as in you can list stuff for sale or just take a listen if you got, because we start a little bit earlier then, and take some listings if you have a want or a need, and or would like to get rid of something there radio-wise. So, sounds good. And let's go to Troy, WA7ELN in Oracle, Arizona, and see how he's doing. So, Troy, go right ahead.
Okay, real good. K7EME group, WA7ELN. Well, let's see. On my list here, I was writing for Al. Maybe this might help you there with the rat problem over in my storage area across town. The door on the garage portion doesn't go down good, and I have got some rats in there. And I know that they don't like noise. So what I did is I put a transistor radio in there, and I tuned it to sports talk radio. And I don't particularly care for sports, and so sports talk radio kind of drives me crazy, and evidently it drives the rats crazy. Since I put that radio on, and it's 24-hour-a-day sports talk radio, and turn it up nice and loud, and it seems like all the rats have left the building, and they don't seem to be coming back in. They're probably around the outside, but they don't like the noise. And this morning, I think I found what was wrong. I couldn't switch my antenna on 432 last night, and really all I did is reboot the little control box that goes from Ethernet to the relay, and that seemed to solve the problem. Don't really know, could have been a small power bump or something like that, it seemed like it was trying to respond. It said, it was accepting the commands, except it really wasn't changing the relay. So anyway, I think we got that solved for now. If it does it again, I'll change the relay box, or put in a battery backup power supply or something. And yeah, now is the family season as we start in the fall here, and they don't realize that it also is ham radio swap meet season. And we had some family things to do yesterday, and they originally wanted to do them next weekend, and I just told them I can't do it that weekend. We'll have to either do it the weekend before or the week afterwards. And they chose yesterday, so we got that done. Starting work on some of my experiments for my multi-user SDR. Not putting a lot of time into that project, but I have started doing some experiments there on some of the possible software ways I might do that. Not saying it will ever even amount to anything, because I'm kind of, as Frank Sinatra, I think was, I'm doing it my way. So, anyway, that's about all I have from here. Back to net, K7EME and the group, WA7ELN.
Okay, Troy. Well, I'm glad you got the relay issue squared away, but even more so, I am going to try that, because my radio camping portable station, the Denali, has been the victim of a number of rat attacks, and I am going to do that. I'm going to set a radio out there today. It's that time of year. They're going to be looking to find a place out of the wind, and that I'm going to do that. That's a great idea. And I'll do that too. Put it on Sports Talk. maybe the constant voices are they don't feel as safe. Who knows? All right. Well, we had Vince, K7EME, was in and out, and so that gets us over to Apache Junction. And Warren, K7CWA. How you doing, Warren? What do you got for us today?
K7EME, K7CWA. Not very much, that's for sure. We're looking for new things. This is the wrong address. So anyhow, I have noticed today that the band is quite unstable. There's a lot of CSD at times. And, you're one of the loudest stations here normally, Doug. And at one point you even faded down to where I had trouble even hearing you. And then it came back up. And I have noticed it on a couple other stations too. So, and when I first checked in, you mentioned phase distortion. So it's strange things, I guess. But something there will be no real interest in that, but I had something to mention, and that is that I had my monitors going crazy on my computer earlier this week, and the screens would turn off and turn back on and jump between screens and all sorts of weird stuff. And the problem turned out to be a board, a video board that's plugged into the bus, and it was loose, not making good contact. So got that all taken care of. So my accomplishments have all been computer-wise, not radio. Anyhow, it's good hearing all the guys, and certainly wish the best for all. K7EME, K7CWA.
Okay, Warren, great to hear from you again, and yeah, you're not as strong as usual, so there is something weird going on with the path between us, because normally you're a good bit above S9 down here on my station, and not so today. So I agree about the conditions. Anyway, we'll catch up with you on Sunday. You have a good one. Mike, WD7R, the moderator of the Tuesday night roundtable. It's all yours, Mike. Take it away.
Good morning. Just a quick pause to see if anybody wanted to chime in. K7EME in the group, WD7R. Good morning. Good to hear everyone, and beautiful morning temperature-wise for a change. Yes, so first Tuesday of every month is the Tuesday night roundtable, but the first Tuesday, which is coming up in a couple days, is going to be the virtual swap meet. So if you got equipment that you want to list for sale, we will take your listing and post it on essentially two places, the AZ VHF Slack, as well as the AZ VHF website that Robert and others facilitate. So it'll be posted in two separate places, and will stay up as long as you want. Try to keep those ads updated monthly, but all are welcome, and we start that about 1800, about 6 o'clock p.m. On Tuesday for the SWAT meet portion, and that is this upcoming Tuesday. And then the roundtable will be followed up after that, starting check-ins for that about 18:30 or so. Officially get kicked off about 7 and wrap up about 8 or so. It's a great group. Really have enjoyed it, and had a lot of good contributions. We pass things around and talk about different things of particular technical nature or personal comments, and it's great to get to know everyone much better. So hope everyone will like to join us on Tuesday night if they got nothing else going on. Don't think there's any football that night, so that's a good night. But other than that, $36.95 on HF tonight around 6 p.m. Days getting shorter, so we will start a little earlier. And Chuck, I'm definitely going to be around today if you want to do some testing. You got a decent signal this morning, and looking forward to hearing the big brute Yagi up one of these days. Keep up the good work there. Doug, that's about all I have. Just other than that, just doing some HF stuff, trying to rack up 100 countries. We got 81 now, so inching towards that 100 mark for the DXCC, and 15 and 10 meters seem to be the most preferable bands for the DX. So I was able to land Tuvalu Island, Tango 22 Tango, I think Thursday night, and several days of trying them. Finally got the right conditions, and I was able to get that island. Very rare one, so happy about that. But 73s one and all, have a great Sunday, and we'll talk to you tonight. BD 700 back to net control. Awesome job, Doug, as always. Good to hear you.
Well, thank you, Mike. And I just thought of this. I don't know if you've worked Vietnam yet, but early this week I was testing out the Flex on CW. And since I'm not on VHF yet, we're better to try it than on 40 meters. And right before sunrise, I got, I think it was X-Ray Victor 9 Golf. I don't hold me to that, but anyway, he was on 7014, and he seemed like he was parked on that. He might be a regular there. From his QRZ page. He's very active. So you might think about trying that in the extra class band down there. Anyways, yes, and I may not be there because I've got my brother coming into town, and we may be out to dinner that night. So on Tuesday night. So I will probably send you a text about some things that I have that I'll be listing. So there you go, Mike. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you hopefully on Tuesday evening. Pete, N6ETA down here in Tucson. Pete, I'm going to swing over your way here, and we'll get you into the net here. Go ahead.
Okay, very good, Doug. Yeah, we're just about ready to take off here. We kind of hear it all as much as we can. Still got to cough a little bit, but anyway, not much going on over here. The usual stuff, FM nets, D-Star nets, and that kind of stuff. So have a good day. Enjoy the weather, because I'm sure going to. N6ETA.
Okay, Pete, very good. And glad we caught up with you before you had to take off there. So sounds good. You take it easy, and we'll certainly catch you next Sunday. Let's see. Ken, W7KZM. I know you can probably hear me with my antenna to the east. Go ahead. It's your turn.
Good morning again. It's Whiskey 7 Kilo Zulu Mike. I was just sitting here drinking my coffee and wondering why I couldn't hear so well, and putzing around with the radio, I noticed that my preamp wasn't on, so that helped quite a bit. Let's see, I'm still working on my wire antenna. The wind was blowing it all over the place yesterday, and I think tomorrow I'll have some RG213 come in, about 75 feet of it, and I'm going to use that to mount it. That'll make everything either 213 or 400, so everything should be pretty good. And I got all the RG8X in the garage now, so things should be better. Not much else happening, just trying to stay out of trouble and keep out of the way. So I'll wish everybody a nice week, and thanks for running the net, everybody. And we'll talk to you later. Whiskey 7 Kilo Zulu Mike.
Okay, Ken, very good. Well, glad you got that coax out in the garage. Hang on to it, because you can use it. You can use it with all the antenna projects you've got going, and on HF you'll find a use for it. Well, sounds good. We'll catch you next Sunday. Let's see, we had Doug, W7IXA was in and out, as well as Barry, KC7 Victor Echo Quebec up there in Tempe. Serge, KT6KT in Las Vegas, great signal this morning, good path, he was in and out. So, and that as well, W7AMD, Chris was in and out from Fountain Hills. So, Jim, you're bringing up the rear, at least so far. So, WX7G, should I call you Mr. President or Mr. Mayor? Which do you prefer, Jim? Go ahead.
Well, Doug, since we're here in Arizona, El Jefe will also work. Oh, my. And by the way, I went and I looked at the azvhf.org front page, and I certainly hope that nobody keyed up while that person was standing over the top of the dish, because that would something that big would be serious health issue. Snowbird, it's that time of the year, which is why we're back in business at the club which I am El Jefe of, the Sun Life Amateur Radio Club. And it's our first get back together. We meet October through April is what we have in-person meetings, and then we do Zoom meetings during the summertime. That's kind of what we have gotten down to. And as far as my position, why, I don't do anything because I know how to delegate. And I told them that before, but they voted me in, so I guess they were all okay with that. Weather-wise, we had some pretty good wind up here in this part of the world, and fortunately, all of my repairs from the last windstorm held up, but the only thing that didn't hold up was my American flag. It got pretty tattered, so we had to tip the flagpole over. I don't have a rope on mine. I have a tip over, so I tipped the flagpole over, put some brand new nylon up there in the air and put it back up. Oh, it looks pretty, guys. I'm here to tell you. Made sure the batteries were good on the light, so it's up, lighted when the sun's down. So that was, got all that done. And the only other thing was, I'm an expert, extra, not expert. Good Lord, not that at all. Anyway, I've got my extra license, call signer and all that. And I was reminded of something that I had forgotten. 70 centimeters, you have to have a special permit in order to run anything more than, I think it's 50 watts, something like that. So I was unaware of that. So that was kind of an awakening for me, and then that made me have some real respect for some of the people who run significant power more than that. But anyway, that's all that's been going up here in the east suburbs of beautiful downtown Gilbert. Back to you, Doug. Thanks for having me.
Okay, Jim. Very good. Well, yeah, there is, because of all the military installations, and in particular the down at Fort Huachuca, where they do a lot of training for electronic surveillance and that sort of thing, there are limitations on 432. They have some radar going as well, which down here batters us quite a lot, especially certain times in the evening. It'll get going. Fortunately, we can null it out with a noise blanker because it's a pulse type radar. But anyways, you gotta apply, and they're quite happy to give that exemption for up to legal limit. So I've never heard of anybody having trouble, but it is you got to go through the process. Anyway, sounds good, Jim. We'll catch you later. And with that, we are at the bottom of the list. So let's see if there are any late check-ins for the Arizona SWOTnet. Please come now.
N6CAZ.
Good morning, Jim. N6CAZ. How you doing?
All right. I actually got here just after you started, and you said you were going to kind of go around the
the compass and you did like north and east, and then all of a sudden started the net. So I tried to get in there, but it didn't happen.
Well, I'll tell you what. Due south for me is straight into the Tucson Mountains, where they curve around kind of here on the west side. So I apologize, but I can hear you when you're out to the east. So for future reference, east is south. Okay, okay, Jim.
I just kind of figured at some point you would have done like southwest or something, or done more. I guess there isn't really too much west. I don't know. South toward Yuma, I guess there's some dirt between us too, but between here and there. I don't know how many people point this way either. So anyway, I'm in here. Just thought I'd kind of do a little tail gunning for the net here.
Well, I appreciate you coming by. Yeah, there's not much activity out toward Yuma. There is one fella there that I've actually met at a get together up in Nevada a couple of years ago, and he's on all the time on 6 meters. But I tried to convince him to get on 2 and get his grid in here, but he's a diehard meteor scatter guy and FT8 on 6 meters, so couldn't get him moved up here. Anyways, yeah, sounds good. And you got any projects that you've been working on this week?
Yeah, not really. I mean, mostly it's still been getting my computer situated. I got my logging program, my WSAT, and my JT alert all going last night. The tricky part was OmniRig, which I've been using to allow multiple programs to access the rig at once, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. It just wouldn't connect. And then I realized that it's one of those times where you actually have to set the port speed, and once I set that, boom, it started working. Then I, of course, realized that, it's funny, the radio hasn't changed, the cables haven't changed, all the changes is the computer, but if I give it too much power on 40 meters, it shuts down the port. So I put one of those Power Model Electronics RF choke kits on there a while back, and I thought it was taken care of, but I have to investigate that a little more. I'm not sure how high the power level went either, but 40 meters seems to be the one that's been tricky for me, so I'll see how it does on the others later on. But other than that, plan on being at the swap meet next weekend. Hopefully get the old eyeball QSO going with a few of you guys there at least. It should be hard to miss. I should be there as a seller, so I'll be camped out somewhere in my lawn chair, whatever, if I get to sit down. Sometimes I don't get to sit down much. But as far as I know, my friend Eric is back in town after dealing with his father's passing. As far as I know, he's planning on going, and he's got some of his father's station gear. So test equipment, whatever he's got, he might be bringing some of that. So we should have a pretty good amount of stuff to barter with there. I'm going to have a couple computers. I haven't really decided what else I'm going to bring, but I definitely need to make some room in the shack for some new projects. So I'll be dealing with the news. Other than that, not a lot going on. So go ahead and notice see if anybody else is checking in there late. But turn back to you on 6AZ.
Okay, excuse me, really good, Jim. And excuse me, I think my voice is about ready to hang up it's had enough for today. Hold on, guys. Okay, there we go. Anyway, good on all. We'll see you at the Hamfest. Looking forward to it. It's been a while since I've had an eyeball with you there, Jim. So definitely looking forward to that. And you have a good week. We'll catch up with you on Saturday. Anybody else out there? Final call for check-ins?
W1GGM.
Good morning, Emil. How are you today?
Oh, pretty good. I wasn't sure if you guys were still alive here. We just finished up on 432, and I popped up NetLogger and saw the line at the bottom of the list. So anyways, just wanted to call and say hello. We had just our normal four check-ins on 432, and it's been kind of quiet lately. So I guess there's a Hamfest down your way next weekend. I'm not sure if I'll make it or not. I have to think about it. It's Not sure why I wouldn't go, but anyways. So anyways, the house is, all the repair work is done, and we're in the process of, we had to take everything out of the closets and whatnot, and we're in the process of sorting through, see what we want to keep, what we want to get rid of, and whatnot. But it's nice that the weather's finally cooling off. I got major weed issues in the backyard I got to take care of, and I was going to, with the wind we had yesterday, I got to go check the pool here and make sure that the skimmers and whatnot are all clear. But other than that, not much major going on here, and we had a major discussion over on 432 about lobster rolls. I don't know if you're familiar with those. We had a new chain open up here down the street from us called Amy's Lobster. It's a drive-through place, and they make a lobster roll with a pretty generous portion of lobster on it, and you get the lobster roll, an order of fries, and a drink for $10, which is a pretty damn good buy. So, anyways, that's kind of what's going on here. So, back to you, Doug. K7EME, W1GGM.
Wow, that's a good deal. That might be a Hamfest lunch spot to go to on one of these trips up there. Well, sounds good. I'm glad your house is getting the disruption behind you. That that is a invasion of the worst kind when they're doing. You got people coming in and out, especially early in the morning when those guys like to start. So, anyways, you got sounds like you got things under control. On this end, my Q5 multibander is in the final stages of construction, so I'm hoping to hear this week that it's ready and I can settle up with those fellows and get their shekels on the way and get my Q5 going so I can get that flex up here on these bands. So looking forward to that new setup. Anyway, you take her easy, and maybe we'll see you on Saturday. Maybe we won't, but if not, we'll catch you on Sunday. W1GGM 73s.
Okay, Doug, take care. Glad I caught you, and we're going to go check the pool and then start getting ready to cook breakfast. K7EME, W1GGM clear.
73s. All right. Anybody else? Last call. Okay, with that, we'll close things down, and another good net. We'll catch you guys all same time, same place next week. K7EME shutting down the live stream and the net. 73s all.
73s, Doug. I'll be out front or up on the roof putzing around, so